Hello, boys and girls. This is Module 2, Lesson 2. So this is your second math lesson for the day for Monday, September 28th. In the first lesson, I did all of the problem set for you in the video. In this one, you will be having to complete the problem set mostly on your own. So let's get started. We're going to do some group counting. So we're going to count from the sevens. Count by the sevens, starting at 7. And so let's write these up here because it's a pretty big number and it's going to take us a little practice. So if we're counting by sevens, we're going to start with 7. And I'm going to go 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 will be my next number. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Okay, let's count together by sevens. Ready? Go. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. How about backwards? 35, 28, 21, 14, 7. Okay, ready to count along with me, watching my thumbs? See if we're going to go forwards or backwards. Ready? Go. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. 28, 35, 28, 35, 28, 21, 14, 7. All right, fantastic. Let's count by 8s. Okay, so we're going to start with 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, one more, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Okay, let's count together by 8s. Ready? 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. And backwards, 40, 32, 24, 16, 8. Okay, ready to watch? 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 32, 40, 32, 40, 32, 24, 16, 8. All right, awesome job. Let's take a look at our clock. All right, so what time is it on my clock? That's right, it's 10 o'clock. Let's count by 5s. So remember, every number is 5 minutes. Let's count by 5s until we get to 11 o'clock. Ready? Go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Okay, and so 60 minutes pass between 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock because that's 1 hour, right? And 1 hour is 60 minutes. All right, I am going to show you some times on my clock, and I want you to write those times down on your whiteboard. If you don't have your marker and whiteboard, you're going to need to pause the video and get that, and then start it back up again so you can do it along with us. All right, so let's take a look at my clock. Right here is the time on my clock. So what time does my clock show? I want you to write that time on your whiteboard. What time does my clock show? Okay, and you should have written 3:05. 3 is our hour. Then you write 2 dots, and we have 5 minutes. So we have nothing in our tens place and a 5 in our ones place for minutes. So our time is 3:05. So this is 3:05. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, let's look at my clock and write down on your whiteboard, what time does my clock show? What time does my clock show? Write that on your whiteboard. Okay, how'd you do? You should have written 2:35. So my hour hand or my little hand is partway between the 2 and the 3, so it's something after 2. I can count my minutes, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So my time is 2:35. 2:35. All right. All right, we're going to count by 5 minutes. We're going to start at 2 o'clock, and we're going to count by 5s, because remember, from here to here is 5 minutes. Here to here is 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes. We're going to count by 5s until it's 3 o'clock. Are we ready? All right, here we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So that was 1 hour. So what time is it now? That's right, 3 o'clock. Okay, let's count by 5s until it's 3:30. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So it is now 3:30. Does anyone remember what else we call this time? If we didn't want to say 3:30, I could say, that's right, 3:30. 3:30. Okay, let's count by 5s until it's 4 o'clock. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So there are 30 minutes between 3:30 and 4 o'clock. Okay, so we said this was half past because we've gone halfway around our clock. So we can call this quarter past. So I'm now 5, 5, 10, 15 minutes past 4 o'clock, or I could call this quarter past 4 o'clock. Okay, so at 4 o'clock, I count 15 minutes, 5, 10, 15. It is now quarter past 4 o'clock. Okay, what if I was over here? I have quarter till, or quarter before 5 o'clock, because I'm not to the 5 yet. So I'm going to count backwards. 5, 10, 15. So 15 minutes before 5 o'clock is also called quarter till 5 o'clock. Quarter till. Okay, let's count by tens. So am I going to start here? No, that's only 5 minutes. I'm going to start here. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times that I counted by 10, because 10 times 6 is 60. Okay, let's do that again. Let's start at 7 o'clock, and we're going to count by tens until we get to 8 o'clock. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So we got to 8 o'clock. So let's count by tens. 10, so this would be 8:10, or 10 minutes after 10. 20, which is 8:20, or 20 minutes after 8. 30, which is 8:30, 30 minutes after 8, or half past 8. 40, which is 40 minutes past 8. 50, 8:50, and now 9 o'clock. So 2 numbers at a time is 10 minutes. So we're going to 5 in our head, 10, 15 in our head, 20, 25 in our head, 30. Okay, so we can count our minutes on our clock that way. All right, so in the application problem, we said that Christine had 12 math problems for homework. It takes her 5 minutes to complete each problem. How many minutes does it take Christine to finish all 12 problems? And we determined that it was going to take her 60 minutes because, let's say she starts her homework at 4 o'clock. So this is one problem, 5 minutes. Another, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 problems. So it took her 5 minutes for each one. So it is now 5 o'clock. She started at 4. She finished at 5. That is 1 hour or 60 minutes. Okay, let's look at a number line. Okay, so if we took these numbers and we stretched them out so that they were one long line instead of a circle, we would have a number line. So we can make a number line that represents our clock. So if I have a number line and I want to show 1 hour, where is, I'm always going to start my number line with 0. Okay, and then so I'm going to say that 5 o'clock is 0. Okay, when I get here, how many minutes have I gone? 5. So my next mark on my number line is going to be 5. Okay, and just like when I was looking at my clock, I'm going to keep counting by 5s 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, make the number line hold white long enough, 55, and 60. So my number line is showing 1 hour because each of these spaces is 5 minutes. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, which is 1 hour. So we're showing our number line in minutes. Okay, so you see how this is just like the face of my clock, only instead of being round, I stretched it out into one line. Okay, so how many minutes does my number line show? 60 minutes. What if I said that my 0 mark is 1 o'clock? What would my 60 mark be? What time would it be? Let's see. 1 o'clock, 1:05, 1:10, 1:15, 1:20, 1:25, 1:30, 1:35, 1:40, 1:45, 1:50, 1:55, 1:60. Is that a time? No, because now I'm on to my next hour. So now this 60 mark is 2 o'clock. Okay, so 1 o'clock here, 2 o'clock here. Okay, what if I start recess at 1:10, 10 minutes after 1? Where am I going to put that on my number line? Where would recess start? There's 1:05, 1:10. So right here is where recess begins. Okay, and then recess is over at 1:30. So where would I show that? Here's 1:05, 1:10, 1:15, 1:20, 1:25, 1:30 is when recess ends. So recess begins and recess ends. So now, what if I wanted to know how long is recess? Could my number line help me figure that out? I know that recess begins here, and I know that recess ends here. And how much is each of one of my spaces worth? 5 minutes. So here I have 5 minutes. Here I have another 5 minutes. Here I have another 5 minutes. And here I have another 5 minutes. So let's count by fives. 5, 10, 15, 20. So how long is recess? Very good. 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Okay, let's take a look again. How many 5-minute intervals did I need to make 20 minutes? Let's see, I needed 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 intervals makes 20 minutes because I'm going to count 5, 10, 15, 20. So we can use our number line to help us with telling time. Okay, let's make another number line. Okay, I'm going to do another number line that shows 1 hour. So here I have 0 minutes. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, okay, and that shows my 1 hour because I have 60 minutes. So if I was starting here at my 0 point, where would I get to 30 minutes? Where would I plot my point to show that I've gotten to 30 minutes? Let's look. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 minutes. I'd like you to draw this number line on your whiteboard and show me where 45 minutes is. 45 minutes. You can go ahead and pause the video while you do that. And then come back when you're finished and see how you did. All right, back. Okay, where did you put 45 minutes? That's right here where it says 45. Okay, what if I ask you to plot 1 hour? Go ahead and plot that on your number line. 1 hour. You don't see a 1 anywhere. What am I going to do? How many minutes are in an hour? That's right, 60. That gives me an idea. So 1 hour is the same as 60 minutes. So I could plot my 1 hour point right here. Okay, you guys are doing awesome. Okay, let's say that now my 0 point is 7 o'clock. So this is 7 o'clock. I want you on your whiteboard to draw a clock that shows me the time it would be right here. What time would that be? So my beginning is 7 o'clock. What time is it here? I've gone 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 minutes. So let's do that on our clock. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So what time is that? Very good. 7:30. 7:30. Okay, I want you to tell me what time it is here and what time is it here. Okay, so go ahead and write that on your whiteboard. If you need to pause the video, you can do so. Okay, let's check our answers. Okay, so the beginning of our timeline is still 7 o'clock. I've gone 45 minutes here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Whoopsie. So what time is it? Excellent. 7:45. And if I go all the way to 60, I can go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, and I've gone an hour. So now instead of being 7 o'clock, it is 8 o'clock. One more thing before we go on to our problem set. Can someone tell me what I can call this time besides 7:30? What can I call it? That's right, I can call it half past 7. And if I wanted to call this something, and I wanted to call it before, something before, okay, it's after 7, so it's before 8. When I was at the 45, remember, this was half. So each of these is 1/4. So it is now quarter till, or quarter before 8. Okay, so those are just the different words that mean exactly the same thing. Well, let's take a look at our problem set. You're going to be doing most of this on your own. Let's see if I can present that to you. Yours may look a little bit different. And there it is. Why can I never find these? All right, so our problem set for lesson 2 looks like this. So we're going to be using this number line. Follow the directions to label the number line below. All right, Ingrid gets ready for school between 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. Label the first and last tick mark as 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. So the first one is right here. We're going to call that 7 a.m. And our last one is right here. We're going to call that 8 a.m. So that's what you're going to do for A. You're going to label this first mark as 7 a.m., the second mark as 8 a.m. Part B tells us that each interval represents 5 minutes. Count by 5 starting at 0 or 7 a.m. and label each 5-minute interval below the number up to 8 a.m. Okay, so here we have 7 o'clock. This would be 7:05, 7:10, 7:15, 7:20, 7:25, 7:30, 7:35, 7:40, 7:45, 7:50, 7:55, and 8 o'clock. Okay, you are going to continue to label your number line to complete parts C through G. On number 2, you're going to label every 5 minutes below the number line shown. Then you're going to be matching your clock to your number line. Okay, so you're going to label your number line every 5 minutes between 5 and 6, and then you're going to label. Not all the clocks have matching points. So if our time is only going between 5 and 6, is there a place where 8:35 would go? No, because that would be way over here past 6 o'clock. So we're not going to use this one. So there may be others we don't use. But you're going to match each clock, the digital clocks and the analog clocks. That's what we call this kind of clock, an analog clock, to your points on your number line. Okay, for number 3, Noah uses a number line to locate 5:45 p.m. Each interval is 5 minutes. The number line shows the hour from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Label the number line below to show his work. So show me on this number line where I would find 5:45 p.m. So you're going to label which tick mark shows me 5:45 p.m. Number 4, Tanner tells his little brother that 11:25 comes after 11:20 a.m. Do you agree with Tanner? So is he correct or is he not correct? And then tell me why. Why is he correct or why is he not correct? Okay, and that is your entire problem set for lesson 2. And then you will be finished with your math lesson for today. Stop presenting and come back to you. All right, so if you have any problems at all with your math today, come and see me during my office hours. And I did have to change that today. So hopefully you got that email. So today office hours are from 2:30 to 3:30, and I'm also happy to help you at another time. If that doesn't work for you, just send me an email and we'll find a time when we can both get together. All right, have fun telling time, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.